Yep. Yep. Here it fucking goes. What the fuck is this? But just look at the fucking thing. Just watch this clip.
See, it totally works. You know I love you. Bye, Ive. We did it.
I ain't gonna listen to too much more of this shit. They bit you way out of line. No, bitch.
You have to be fucking kidding me. Oh, I rooted for this goddamn show, and this is the things I fucking get? Hi, it seems like I have a bit of a rage quit issue. Well, enough of that. Hi guys, Cherry O&D here. Yeah, that clip that you just saw, yeah, not so great. Now, if you guys don't know what the show is or haven't seen the show before, it's a DC Network thing. It's called Harley Quinn in the Animated Series. It's basically about Harley trying to get out of the Joker's shadow and to become her own villain and not known as the sidekick from the Joker, or be known as the Joker's girlfriend. She wants to become her own independent woman and be the, like, I guess, one of the first female villains in the series, or in the DC franchise. So she partners up with, with Poison Ivy, Dr. Psycho, Clayface, King Shark, and I believe the old guy, I don't know his name, but he's some, like, spy guy or something. But this show is honestly one of my favorites. Season 1 is my favorite, but we're gonna talk about a little bit about Season 2 and why it didn't go so great. So here we go. Let's take a recap from Season 1 and why I'm making this video. Well, basically, I really, adored Season 1. It was a very good step away from, like I said, Harley Quinn getting her independence and being her own villain and not listening to the Joker. She basically did everything by herself, plus with her teammates, to basically single-handedly, take away Gotham City away from the US, and she was like, fuck yeah. But there's this one particular character that we're gonna step away from Harley, is basically Poison Ivy. For those who don't know, way back in the olden days, back in the 1990s, Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn have been known as best friends or close buddies, and basically they're like gal pals and junk. But in recent years, people were like, "Hey, I think they're they're both bisexual," or I think Poison Ivy's pansexual and Harley is bisexual, but. Yeah, they're both queer, and they both have feelings for each other, and in recent comics, they're together and officially, a couple. But for some reason in the Harley Quinn animated series, we have been introduced to this character named Kiteman, or Charles Brown. He's basically Poison Ivy's boyfriend, in quotations, and he becomes off as this weird stalkery guy who just randomly comes up to Poison Ivy because she's beautiful, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Kiteman," and Ivy's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And throughout the entire Season 1, she secretly starts seeing Kiteman and hangs out with him and starts having feelings for him, which is so cute. And near the end of Season 1, Kiteman basically comes to Ivy and Harley's rescue when they were being attacked by some giant fucking monster or some shit, and Ivy says Kiteman's signature line, "Hell yeah," and that's Kiteman's signature line, which is just saying "hell yeah," and it's just so cute when she repeats it, and she's just so happy to see her husband, well, in quotations, her husband. Yeah, it didn't really go well in Season 2, and here's why. Basically, when Harley finds out that they're dating, she becomes very upset. Even in Season 1, where, Kiteman and Ivy kiss, Harley's like, "Why are you guys dating? You guys don't even, see each other, like, what the fuck? And in season 2, she's the same thing, and I think in this Catwoman episode, when Catwoman shows up, Kiteman wanted to propose to Ivy, but Harley was like, no, I don't want you to propose, and he's like, no, because I love her, and she's so amazing, and Harley's like, you know what, you can take my blessing to marry my bestie. And, Ivy and Harley talk it out together, and she's like, hey, you're my best friend, I care about you, and Ivy goes visit Kiteman and is like, yo, ask me to get married with you or some shit. And, Kiteman proposes. And in the next episode, I think, where they're trying to go find Dr. Freeze or some shit, Harley is basically like, I can't wait to hang out with Ivy, we're gonna have so much fun at our bachelorette party, and, they're gonna have babies, and, we're gonna be together, and, Dr. Psycho's like, you do realize she's gonna be staying with Kiteman, right? And they're probably gonna move out, and Harley's like, no, that's not true, we're besties, she can't do that. It turns out, in the, prison riot episode, I forgot what episode it was, but there was an episode where Harley goes into prison, and Poison Ivy had to defend Harley, and what she did was any ride or die would do is basically get into prison with them, and she goes into prison with Harley, and they both stay underground in prison, which is not a bad prison. It's actually a chill place that Bane made, and he's like, it's a cool prison. It's nothing like Arkham. You basically chill, you relax, and just hang out. And Ivy and Harley has to figure a way how to get out of the prison. So, long story short, they start a riot, and they try to get out of the riot, and there's a fire. So, Ivy sees, this plant, she reaches for it, and as you guys see in the clip, she helps Harley pull up, and Harley basically sacrifices herself, and oh my god. Poison Ivy comes to Harley's rescue and saves her. And once they get out of the underground, prison, they look in each other's eyes and just share a kiss. And I'm like, hold on. So we gotta take a step back. I just sat in my fucking chair just watching this clip, and I'm like, what? And on top of that, you're engaged. What? Oh my god. So, yeah, it was like a heat of the moment kiss, and they basically just, mind you, this is all in season 2. This is not season 3, this is not season 4 or 5, this is season 2. So, this exchange to season 2, of course, Harley and Poison Ivy try to take a step back, and when they left the bachelorette party, or not the bachelorette party, I'm thinking something else, they basically go back to their hideout, and, Harley's like, hey, about that kiss, and Ivy was like, yeah, let's talk about it, and it totally didn't happen, that kiss never happened, I'm engaged, I'm with Kiteman, and all that jazz, and Harley's like, sure, yeah. I'm getting some episodes mixed up, but bear with me, I'm doing this unscripted. So, Harley wants to throw a bachelorette party. Oh wait, that's... I'm telling you, I didn't write a script for this. So, in the next episode, Harley basically wants to take over Gotham and wants to, throw, some apocalypse by Darkseid or some shit. Mind you, Darkseid is the big bad guy. He evil as fuck. And she basically, she and Dr. Psycho and the rest of the gang, King Shark and Clayface, wants to take over Gotham, and she successfully, or Dr. Psycho basically helped her win a battle against some old woman, and, this scene was just so intense. So, we're gonna skip that for a bit, but it gets to a point where we'll get to that scene in a minute. But there's in this episode, Poison Ivy goes and visits Kiteman's family, and she forgot to make reservations for the table. And Kiteman basically took the blame and apologized to his parents. His parents are very fucking mean about it. Were apparently disappointed in him, and he's not allowed to curse, he's not allowed to say hell yeah in front of his parents, and he's very respectful, very upset, and just really timid and shy about being around his parents. And when he leaves, his parents with, Ivy, they're like, oh, we really love you, Ivy, you have powers just like us, and we can't wait to have grandbabies that have superpowers, and they might inherit our superpowers. And Ivy's like, oh, you guys have powers? And they're like, yeah, I can fly, the mom can fly, the dad has ice powers or some shit. And basically they were just saying like the meanest things about their son behind his back, and I was just like, what the fuck? That is just fucked up. And then Ivy basically was really upset about it, and when they left when her, Kiteman, and his family left the restaurant, the mom was basically saying some messed up shit to her son. And here's a clip where Ivy actually defends her fucking fiance and stands up for him.
Risky right here. Oh, what about the rents?
Why do you let your parents treat you like shit?
What am I supposed to do? They're my parents.
Let's do this again next week, Ivy darling. Don't worry, I already made a reservation so Charles needn't cloud his mind with simple tasks.
You know what? Fuck you guys.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, I said fuck you. Because first of all, I'm the one who messed up the goddamn reservation, okay? Chuck asked me several times not to forget because for some reason he cares about you two. And then he took the heat for it because he cares about me. And for some reason, what you two think about me. So yeah, he's a kind, loving, supportive partner. And the only miracle here is that you two ghouls somehow raised him. And another thing, he's not lucky to have me. I'm lucky to have him. So fuck off.
Hell yeah. See you at the wedding?
Yeah. What the fuck, Ivy? You stood up for your boyfriend, but... Okay, cool. As you can see from the clip, Ivy seems to really care about Kiteman and his well-being. She literally told her parents, her former future parents-in-laws, to go fuck themselves and be like, I love, like, Kiteman. He's a great guy and I love him, and the fact that you guys are just bullying the shit out of your son is just complete bullshit. And that is great. That is amazing. I really adore this scene. And then Harley comes over and just says, hello! So later on throughout that scene there, basically Ivy was like, yo, what the fuck is happening? A lot of people are dying. And she tells, like, Harley, like, hey, I'm all for ride or die, but, like, this is too much. And she asks Harley, what does she want? And Harley doesn't say anything, and she just said, I don't know what she said exactly, but she didn't say anything about it. But she said that, oh, we're gonna plan for your bachelorette party after witnessing Kiteman and Ivy kiss. And I just felt like, what is happening? Like, what the fuck is happening? And we get to the bachelorette scene where, oh god. The bachelorette episode is basically where Harley invites all different females, a couple of Ivy's friends, Dr. Freeze's wife, which just turned into a fucking whore at the end of the episode, and Catwoman, and all that. So they basically go out, and they go out to the Amazons where Wonder Woman lives, and basically they go to this nice hotel and to chill out, but they went to like the strip club and they went to the party and just chilled out and hang out and all that jazz. Ivy and Harley basically were like, hey, well, Ivy said, hey, Harley, I just want to thank you for making this happen. You're a great friend and I care about you. And Harley's like, oh, you're so welcome. I care about you too. And they just look at each other and bam, they fuck. I'm like, what the hell? Why? Why? Like, you had no idea how upset I was. And the exact same episode, Kiteman has his bachelor party and he doesn't go to some random strip club or go out to that. He literally just... The poor Kiteman, all he did was go fishing with Clayface, Dr. Freeze, and... Did I say Dr. Freeze? Dr. Psycho, and fucking, King Shark, and he was like, he doesn't want he literally said word for word, guys, I don't want shippers, like, I just want to hang out with you. Like, that is like the cutest thing, like, bro, there's like, this is off topic, but there's like this one actor, he's like, I think he plays an actor, like a game character. I think it was like Detroit Become Human. Yeah, the guy that played Connor. I followed him on Instagram, but I can't speak. I unfollowed him because, I guess, like, I couldn't keep up with his notifications, and there's also a personal reason why I unfollowed him as well, but I'm not gonna get into that. But, yeah, he had, like, when he proposed to his girlfriend and had his bachelor party, he was literally just playing, like, outside with frisbees with his homies and just having a barbecue. That's what I saw in Kiteman. It was so cute. He doesn't want strippers, he just wants Ivy! Then Harley and Ivy, after they realize that they fucked up, they're like, let's pretend that this never happened. And when Harley, like, leaves, or like, I think it was Ivy that leaves the, Harley's room, fucking, like, Catwoman's like, yo, I heard everything and that was nasty. and Harley's like, okay, I gotta go talk to Ivy. And they decided to, like, do some more Bachelorette stuff and hang out and blah 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 blah, and they just chilled out for a minute, right? So no, they basically kicked some ass or whatever. I don't know what the fuck what was happening, and then they had a big party afterwards, and then they fucked again. And Harley had the audacity to say, hey, I want you to think about this, like, I want to be with you. She confessed her feelings, and Ivy's like, what the fuck do I do? And when the moment they left the airport to basically go to, you know, back home, Ivy told Harley, hey, I don't want to be with you because I don't trust you with my heart. And that was such a powerful scene to me, because I'll be honest, you don't want to date a best friend or date someone that you known for a long time, because if you date your best friend or any friend or anyone in your friend group, that's going to ruin your relationship. Unless you guys are tight as fuck, then never fucking mind. But if you're going to date like your best friend, it's going to be very hard to maintain to lose a boyfriend or girlfriend and a best friend. That's like double the pain, and that really sucks. So yeah, I can understand why Ivy did not want to be with Harley, because she doesn't want to lose a best friend and doesn't want to lose her as a girlfriend, and she goes with Kiteman. We're gonna fast forward a couple more episodes, cause holy shit, and it doesn't even end there. There's still more. So basically Dr. Psycho becomes the villain now and tries to take over the world or whatever. And he controls Ivy, and Kiteman and Harley has to work together to fight Dr. Psycho. And the moment when they basically save Ivy, fucking Harley, well, not Harley, Dr. Psycho, like, reveals everything. He goes into Ivy and Harley's minds and just shows everybody that they had sex. And Kiteman watched the entire thing heartbroken, and he was devastated. Now, this is where, like, the messed up stuff come in. I'm gonna bear with me, guys, on this one, because I actually didn't watch the final episode because I was still really studying in school and I never kept up with the series after the whole Ivy Harley shenanigans. I just wanted to stop watching it since then. But after watching that scene with Kiteman looking at what happened, I just did not want to watch the rest. So I just watched clips on it on YouTube. And at the end of the episode, like, Kiteman basically just tells, like, Ivy that he doesn't want to be with her. And he's aware, and he's, like, self-aware that she doesn't love him, like, anymore. So he tells, like, Ivy that, hey, I don't want to be with you. It seems like we're not right for each other. And he just flies away. And Ivy's like, you know what? Fuck him. Let's be together, Harley. And they start to date. And they kiss, and I'm just like, dog, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I rooted and hyped this show so much. Bruh, like, dog, you have no idea. Like, you have, like, fucking Ivy telling Harley, like, hey, I'm with Kiteman now. Please accept that. And then you have fucking Harley where she's like, not while I'm here, you're not. Like, oh my fucking god. This is just, I'm so upset. I'm actually very upset. You guys have no idea. Like, I really wanted to like this show. You know what? I'm gonna give you my opinion. Even though season 2 had good episode, like episode 1 through, like, I think 5 was decent. Take all of the Harley, Kiteman, Poison Ivy shit out of the way. The rest of the series was good. Like, take all that love triangle shit out of here. Now, I wouldn't I would probably accept the show as it was if it was in a different season. For example, let's say that Kiteman and Kiteman and Ivy were together in season 2, and Harley probably has a deep jealousy, but she tries to get over it. Maybe season 3, like mid-season 3 or mid-season 4, they start to pick up the relationship and they realize that, hey, maybe we're right for each other and all that jazz. But because this is just a forced relationship. DC, the writers of the Harley Quinn anime series, did not have to write Kiteman into the show to make Harley seem like a homewrecker, because this is just bullshit. I don't really like the idea that they made Harley as known as a homewrecker, ruining Poison Ivy and Kiteman's relationship, because Kiteman and Poison Ivy is a new relationship. It's always been Harley Quinn with Joker or Poison Ivy, and Poison Ivy with nobody with Harley Quinn. And having a new fresh face that's different from the Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn romance sequence or whatever the fuck, her being with a goofy low-life villain, that's different, that's original, that's nice. You have this edgy, quiet girl with this goofball. That is so different in a DC franchise. I mean, there's probably some out there, but this one actually, I really like the fact that their dynamic was so cute, and she basically started to talk. I mean, thanks to Harley though, for making her talk more to people, even though she hates it, but she enjoys, because she didn't talk to Kiteman, she probably hadn't opened herself that much. And it really sucks that she just gave up and just chose to be with Harley. And oh my god, it's just so heartbroken that poor Kiteman gave out his entire relationship, and the same thing with with Ivy, and that Harley just comes in and just takes her off her ass, and it's just so heartbroken. I really felt bad for Kiteman, the fact that he just cried and just ran away from his own wedding. It's so sad. And Ivy and Harley are together now. My god, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do for season 3 or season 4. I know that they're gonna move to HBO, but I'm not sure what they're gonna do. I don't even know if it's gonna be released this year or next year. I'm not sure. They said that the new season's coming out this year, but I'm not sure when. But yeah, I feel a little bit upset. They should have just held out, or just did not have to write Kiteman in the show. Just so fucked up. I feel bad for him. He deserves love, because he doesn't get that from his own parents, and now he lost his girlfriend to another chick. That's just Harley, why? You ruined the perfect relationship. Also, no, I don't care if Harley or Poison Ivy were together. They could have been together from the get-go. They didn't have to write in another character to make Harley known as a homewrecker. And there's a lot of people that are happy that they broke up, and there's a lot of people that are upset that they broke up. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews saying that Harley is a homewrecker now, and Poison Ivy should have been with Kiteman, or Poison Ivy should always be with Harley. And then there's this one fucking rap battle that made me spit out my water. There's I think it was Junko and Ashima and Harley Quinn rap battling each other, and there's this one verse that Junko had was, "The ultimate homewrecker couldn't fly as high as Kiteman," and I was like, damn, Junko, you got her ass. So yeah, oh my god. Being a homewrecker is not a talent, it's not an ultimate, being a homewrecker, it's not a good thing, Harley. It's not. But yeah, this is just a rant. This is gonna be a long video and a while to edit, but this was something that I always wanted to make, because I wanted to upload this on Valentine's Day, but unfortunately, we're not in Valentine's Day anymore. What month is it? Oh, it's March. Yeah, we're not on Valentine's Day anymore, and by the time I'm recording this, it's March 10th. I don't know when this video will be up, but hopefully somewhere on the weekend, because it's spring break right now for me, but I have enough time to make videos and do a lot of art stuff. But yeah, the reason why this video has not been uploaded on fucking Valentine's Day is because, as you guys can see, I have sprites! Yay! I have sprites now, and I'm so happy. Yeah, the person that made the sprites, you guys can go follow them on Fiverr, or follow them on Instagram. They're really cool. But yeah, I wanted to make someone to do my sprites, because I can't make sprites on my own. I suck at making sprites. I can make facial expressions, but I'm not really good as this talented person right here. But yeah, if you guys want to go follow them or ask them for, you know, making sprites for yourself or any like self-portraits or whatever, you can go ask him. He's a cool dude. Follow him on Instagram. Pretty cool. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching my video. I just want to say I'm gonna make another video about some other stuff and an update to my about the channel again, because I got some news that I wanted to share. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye!